All right, let's dive into The Land of Warriors, the sequel to Douluo Continent.
Everyone's been waiting for this.
3 years
3 years, that's right.
for a new season.
It's going to be interesting to see how they manage fan expectations with this one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The first season was such a hit,
Yeah,
but there were definitely some criticisms about how close it stayed to the Soul Land novels.
right. And now on top of that, we're jumping 5 years into the future.
Yeah.
Remember how season 1 ended?
With Tang San leaving to train with his father.
Yeah, and everyone's gone their separate ways.
Some of them are even becoming royalty.
Yeah, crazy, huh? Makes you wonder how they're going to show all these changes on screen.
Absolutely. And with the time jump, it adds another layer to that whole cultivation idea.
Yeah.
That's such a big part of these stories.
Like, it's not just about getting stronger, is it?
Right. It's like this whole journey of dedication and perseverance to reach your full potential.
And I think that's why people love this genre so much.
I think so too.
Seeing these characters overcome all these challenges.
Yeah, definitely.
And speaking of potential, we've got a new Tang San.
Oh yeah, Zhu Yuran.
Have you seen any of his other work?
I have. Yeah, he's mostly been in these kind of lighthearted youth dramas.
Right, so this is a big change for him.
This is his first time in the Juan world.
Totally, yeah. So do you think that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
He's really popular.
Yeah, with a younger audience.
So he could bring a whole new wave of fans to Soul Land.
That's true. But there's also a lot of pressure taking on a role like this.
Oh, definitely. Fans can be pretty vocal.
Yeah, remember what happened with...
The whole Oscar situation.
Yeah, let's just say some of the casting choices
Yeah.
have been a little controversial.
Understatement.
Yeah.
It just shows how much power fans and social media have these days.
Mhm.
The studio ended up recasting the role even though nothing was ever proven about
Yeah.
the original actor.
It shows how sensitive these studios are to what people are saying online.
Especially with a franchise as big as this one.
Yeah, true. But let's move on to someone who's really embraced the fandom.
Oh yeah, Zhang Yuxi.
Our new Xiao Wu.
I mean, she's actually cosplayed as the character before.
Yeah,
That's dedication.
that's pretty cool.
It's not something you see every day.
No.
I think the fans are going to love that.
Right.
There has been some talk about the age gap between her and Zhu Yuran.
Oh, right. There's like an 8-year difference, isn't there?
Yeah, but honestly, she looks so young.
Yeah.
You can hardly tell.
And with the 5-year time jump, it might actually work in their favor.
Sure.
A little bit of maturity, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
It'll be interesting to see how their chemistry plays out on screen.
Yeah, I'm curious about that too.
But enough about the heroes. Let's talk about the villain,
Bibi Dong.
played by Li Xiaoran.
Oh, she was amazing. In Joy of Life too.
Yeah, she was fantastic. So I have high hopes for this.
What do you think she'll bring to the character?
Well, she's known for these powerful performances, right? So I'm expecting her to really dig deep into Bibi Dong's motivations.
I think they're going to explore her backstory more in this season.
Oh, interesting.
It's not just about her being evil.
Right.
There's a whole story there. This desire for revenge.
Yeah, and from what I've seen, it looks like this season might be heading into the Haitian Island arc
Oh, wow.
from the novels.
Yeah, that's a huge part of the story.
It is, yeah.
So for those who aren't familiar with Swanhan's stories,
Yeah.
think epic journeys,
Okay.
fantastical creatures, massive battles against
Right.
insurmountable forces.
Like way bigger than anything we saw in the Spirit Hall tournament.
Oh yeah, 10 times bigger.
Wow.
Okay.
I am getting chills.
That's gonna be good.
Okay, but let's be real for a second. Sequels don't always live up to the hype.
True.
Remember Fights Breaks Fear,
Oh yeah.
the second season?
Which just couldn't capture the magic of the original.
Right. It lost something along the way.
It did.
So that's a valid concern.
For sure. The Land of Warriors has to find that balance
Right.
between staying true to the source material
Yeah,
and delivering something new and exciting.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because the first season did stray from the novels sometimes.
It did.
But there is some good news.
Is there?
It seems like this season might actually be sticking closer to the original plot.
Okay. That's a good sign.
Yeah, based on the trailers and everything.
Makes sense.
And I've heard they've really upped their game with the visual effects.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Because some of those spirit beasts in season 1,
I know, right?
they looked a little rough.
They did.
But from the glimpses we've gotten, things are looking much more detailed and realistic.
Fingers crossed.
And can you believe the premiere is just days away?
November 25th.
Feels like we've been waiting forever.
It does.
So we've talked about the fans, the new cast,
Yep.
and even some potential spoilers But what are you most excited to see in the Land of Warriors? What's got you on the edge of your seat?
I think for me, it's how they handle BB Dong's character arc.
Yeah?
With Li Xiaoran playing her. I think they might be going for a more nuanced portrayal.
Oh, okay.
And I'm really curious to see if they lean into her backstory even more.
Right.
Like maybe even hint at a possibility of redemption.
Whoa, a redemption arc for BB Dong.
It would be a twist.
Yeah, that would be wild.
We'll have to wait and see.
All right, so before we get too carried away with speculation, let's take a closer look at some of the changes we can expect in the Land of Warriors.
Okay.
Starting with the dynamics of the Shrek 7 Devils, now that they've been apart for 5 years.
That's a great place to start.
Yeah.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder,
Or does it?
or drives people apart. Who knows? So we were just talking about the Shrek 7 Devils being apart for 5 years.
Yeah. How's that going to change their dynamics?
Right. They were so close in season 1.
Practically inseparable.
Exactly. But now they've all gone their own ways.
It's like that classic thing,
Oh, yeah.
when friends grow up and kind of drift apart.
Totally. It's a coming of age trope.
But here, it's not just about finding themselves.
Right.
It's about becoming stronger soul masters.
Exactly. And not just any soul masters,
Right.
the Shrek 7 Devils,
A team destined for greatness.
which makes me wonder how that's going to affect their relationships.
Yeah, will they still be that tight-knit group?
Or will there be some tension?
Right? Like maybe some competition?
5 years of intense training, facing life or death situations.
That changes people,
It has to.
especially Tang San,
Yeah, he's always been the leader,
the strategist,
holding everyone together.
and now he's spent 5 years with his father,
Hang Hao.
a legend.
Talk about pressure.
I wonder if that's made Tang San even more serious.
It probably has
Yeah.
more focused on the bigger picture.
Yeah, more driven.
And don't forget, he's always had this dual identity thing going on
Oh, right. The son of Tong Hao
with all that baggage.
and Tang San, the rising star.
It's like he's trying to live up to 2 legacies at once.
That's gotta be tough.
It is.
And what about Xiao Wu?
Oh, yeah.
She's a powerful soul master too.
In her own right.
But she's always been kind of naive,
Yeah, and dependent on Tang San.
which honestly, I'm hoping they change that this season.
Me too.
Like give her more agency.
It's 2024.
Right.
We need to see strong female characters.
Not just damsels in distress.
Exactly. I want to see Xiao Wu come back with a new attitude. Confident and independent.
Yes. Standing beside Tang San as an equal.
Yeah, that's the story I want to see.
Okay, but let's not forget about the other Trek 7 Devils.
Right, they've all got their own journeys to tell.
Their own challenges.
And with the Haitian Island arc coming up,
Things are about to get real
they're going to need to be at the top of their game.
to survive.
Yeah.
Speaking of challenges, let's talk about BB Dong.
The big bad.
Right, we've talked about her backstory.
And her thirst for revenge.
But what makes her such a formidable villain?
I mean, beyond just being powerful.
Like she's cunning, right?
Extremely.
Ambitious.
Oh, yeah.
Like she's got this grand plan for the Douluo continent.
And she'll do whatever it takes to achieve it.
Doesn't matter who gets hurt.
That makes me think about something you said earlier
What's that?
about BB Dong having a redemption arc.
Oh, right.
What if her plan is actually rooted in some kind of twisted justice?
Okay.
Like she thinks she's doing what's best for the world?
But her methods are all wrong.
Exactly.
That's interesting.
It would make her a more complex character, not just evil for the sake of being evil.
Like Yun Shan in Battle Through the Heavens.
Oh, yeah, good example.
He was ruthless, but he was also trying to protect his sect.
Exactly. It's that moral ambiguity that makes these stories so good.
Makes you think about what's right and wrong.
For sure.
And it makes BB Dong's conflict with Tang San even more intense.
Because it's not just about strength.
Right. It's about their different beliefs.
Their visions for the future.
That's what drives the whole story forward.
Absolutely.
And it makes the heroes question their own choices.
Yeah.
Because they see how power can corrupt.
Like BB Dong.
And it's through those challenges that they grow.
Right.
Not just as soul masters, but as people. That's what I love about Swan One.
Me too.
It's not just about the fights and the magic.
It's about the journey.
The lessons they learn.
The sacrifices they made.
And those journeys often take them to amazing places.
Like Haitian Island.
Right.
With all those incredible creatures.
I can't wait to see how they bring that to life.
Especially with the better CGI.
Yeah, those underwater sequences. The bioluminescent plants.
Oh, yeah.
The giant sea beasts.
It's going to be visually stunning.
And it's not just about the spectacle either.
Yeah.
It's a window into Chinese culture
Yeah.
and mythology.
The spirit beasts. The weapons.
Even the clothes.
It's all inspired by Chinese tradition.
It's like we're getting a glimpse into another world.
A world that's both familiar and fantastical.
And with Chinese dramas becoming so popular.
It's great that people are getting exposed to these different cultures, different ways of storytelling.
It makes you appreciate the richness and diversity of the world.
It does.
And, another thing that makes The Land of Warriors special is the emotional depth.
Oh, yeah?
The relationships. Like Tang San and Xiao Wu.
Their love story is epic.
It really is.
Soulmates destined to be together.
Overcoming all obstacles.
And sacrificing everything for each other.
That's a powerful theme.
It adds so much emotion to the story.
Okay, but what about the ending?
Of this season.
Yeah, will our heroes win?
Well, I don't want to spoil too much.
Fair enough.
But let's just say the Haitian Island arc doesn't tie everything up neatly.
Ooh, intriguing.
There are victories, but also sacrifices.
Oh.
Heartbreak.
Sounds intense.
And some lingering questions.
So we'll be left wanting more.
Oh, definitely.
Which is good, right?
Keeps the anticipation high.
For future seasons.
Exactly.
And there's been a lot of speculation about what those future seasons might hold.
Oh, yeah.
Some fans want a multi-season arc.
Others think they might adapt different Soul Land storyline.
Who knows?
It's exciting to think about.
I can't wait to see what they do.
Me either.
But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's talk about what makes The Land of Warriors so captivating.
Those big themes.
Growth, redemption. The true meaning of power.
And I think Tang San is the perfect example.
He's come a long way.
From gifted student to legendary soul master.
And I'm sure this season will push him even further.
Oh, yeah.
All right, that's a great place to pick up in part 3.
Sounds good.
We'll unpack those themes.
And explore what they reveal about the characters.
And maybe even ourselves.
Stay tuned.
We're back for the final part of our deep dive on The Land of Warriors.
It's all been leading up to this.
We've talked about the characters, the world, the challenges.
Yep.
But now, let's dig into those big themes.
Growth, redemption.
The true nature of power.
And I think Tang San is the perfect place to start.
He really is, yeah.
In season 1, he was all about knowledge, protecting his loved ones.
Right.
But after 5 years training with his father,
With Tang Hao.
a man who knows the true cost of power,
Yeah.
I think we're going to see a different Tang San.
More mature.
Definitely.
More aware of the weight of his actions.
He's not just mastering techniques anymore.
Right. It's like he's realizing that power can be a burden.
As much as it is a gift.
And that reminds me of something we were talking about earlier.
Oh, what's that?
BB Dong.
Ah, yes, the villain.
But maybe not so one-dimensional.
Right, we were speculating about her motivations.
Exactly. Like, what if she really believes she's doing the right thing?
Even though her methods are all wrong.
Yeah, it's like she's a mirror image of Tang San in a way.
Both fighting for a better future.
But with completely different approaches.
And that makes their inevitable clash even more interesting.
Oh yeah, it's not just a battle of strength.
It's a battle of ideology.
Will Tang San be tempted by that same kind of power that BB Dong has?
Or will he find another way?
A way to lead that doesn't compromise his values?
That's a tough question.
It is.
And it's something we all face in our own lives, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Those choices where the easy path might lead us astray. Watching Tang San navigate those choices.
It's going to be powerful.
Definitely.
And it's not just him.
Right.
What about Xiao Wu?
If she gets more agency this season,
Which I really hope she does.
how would she handle all these challenges?
Will she stay true to herself?
To her kind heart.
Or will the world force her to make some tough choices?
Choices that might change her.
Yeah, maybe even harden her.
And that question applies to all the Shrek's 7 devils.
They've been sheltered at the academy.
Training in a safe environment.
But Haitian Island is going to change everything.
It's a trial by fire,
Pushing them to their limits.
forcing them to confront the darkness of the world.
And how they come out of that experience.
Will define who they become.
Not just as soul masters, but as people.
It all goes back to one of the core themes of Soul Land.
What's that?
True strength isn't just about power.
It's about character. Remember Master Yu?
Oh, yeah.
Always emphasizing compassion,
Wisdom.
responsibility.
Alongside raw power.
That's what separates the heroes from the villains.
Like BB Dong.
They understand that power without purpose.
Is meaningless.
Even dangerous.
Okay, so we've got these epic themes.
Characters facing tough choices.
But let's not forget.
The spectacle.
Oh, yeah.
The visual feast that the Land of Warriors is going to be.
New spirit abilities,
Incredible landscapes.
epic battles,
Haitian Island is like something out of a dream.
the descriptions in the novels.
Vivid.
And with the improved CGI,
Yeah.
I think they're going to nail it.
Those underwater sequences.
The bioluminescent plants.
The colossal sea beasts.
Oh, man.
It's going to be amazing.
But it's not just about the pretty pictures. It's about transporting us to another world.
A world steeped in Chinese mythology.
The spirit beasts, the weapons, the clothes.
It's all inspired by Chinese tradition.
It adds a layer of depth that you don't always find in Western fantasy.
Yeah, it's not just escapism.
It's a glimpse into a different way of seeing the world.
Different beliefs, different
Yeah.
values.
And that can be really enriching for viewers.
It opens your mind to new possibilities.
Expands your horizons.
And that's a form of growth too, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive, let's bring it back to you, the listener.
Yeah.
You've been following Soul Land,
Reading the articles,
the fan theories.
all the hype.
What's the one question you're hoping the Land of Warriors will answer?
What's the burning mystery you need resolved?
Because sometimes it's just about the pure joy of experiencing the story.
Letting it wash over you.
And who knows, maybe the answers we get in the Land of Warriors will just lead to more questions.
Oh, yeah. That's the beauty of a good story.
It stays with you.
Makes you think.
Makes you feel.
Makes you see the world in a new light.
Well said. All right, so on that note, we'll leave you to ponder those mysteries.
And get ready for the premiere.
November 25th can't come soon enough.
It's going to be epic.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the Land of Warriors. And until next time, keep exploring those amazing worlds out there